Good morning, friends. Welcome to, I think, day number 12 of our Mantra 108 practice. I want to talk a little bit about the paradox of the time that we're going through right now. So, there's this great paradox that we talk about in yoga. And that paradox is that we're asked to accept ourselves just exactly as we are. Good morning, Karen. I love you. So we're asked to accept ourselves exactly as we are, and at the same time, we're asked to be on the edge of our growth. So accept who we are, but grow to our greatest potential. That's the paradox of yoga. So I was thinking about that relative to the time that we're living in. Good morning, Corinne. Relative to this time that we're living in. And so I think there's a paradox here too. And the paradox for me is to wrap myself in my spiritual practices, wrap myself in the things that I know bring me to that place in myself that is my true place, that place of knowing that I am an extension of divine consciousness and that I don't really need to get hung up in what this body and what this mind is going through. So there's that, wrapping myself in my spiritual practice and my spiritual knowledge. And the other side of that coin is staying well informed about what's going on, how to stay safe, acknowledging the emotions, the human emotions that I'm going through, and meeting those human emotions. A few days ago, maybe about a week ago, in our practice here, I read a wonderful Rumi poem called The Guest House, in which he instructs us to meet each of the emotions that come our way, because they are a gift from beyond that can help us to be a little bit more transformative in what we're going through right now. And I found another Rumi poem that I want to read to you this morning that speaks to that as well. So this poem is called Search the Darkness. And Lord knows we're living in a time of darkness right now. Darkness and fear and uncertainty. So Rumi says this: sit with your friends. Don't go back to sleep. Don't sink like a fish to the bottom of the sea. Surge like an ocean. Don't scatter yourself like a storm. Life's waters flow from darkness. Search the darkness. Don't run from it. Night travelers are full of light, and you are too. Don't leave this companionship. Be a wakeful candle in a golden dish. Don't slip into the dirt like quicksilver. The moon appears for night travelers. Be watchful when the moon is full. So this poem spoke to me this morning because we are certainly in this time of darkness. And it's important that we don't sink like quicksilver into the mud of this darkness. When we look to the moon, the metaphor that he uses here, he says that the moon will always guide us through the darkness. And so that's our spiritual practice. We're in this darkness. We are observing. We are reacting. We are making ourselves informed. We're doing the things that we're instructed to do to keep ourselves and our community and our world as healthy as we possibly can during this frightening time. So we wrap ourselves in our spiritual practice, but we don't let ourselves sink too much into the darkness. We sit with our companions and we open to the guidance of the moon as this metaphor happens. I'll post this poem on our Mantra 108 site or group page so that you can sit with it a little bit and maybe ruminate on how it might resonate with you. And then I wanted to read one more thing to you because this is in fact about our mantra practice. This whole journey right now on our Mantra 108 is about our mantra practice. And I've told you that Sanskrit, these ancient Vedic Sanskrit mantras are really wonderful to carry us through this dark time, because Sanskrit is more than just a language, and it is in fact not just the sound vibration, but the sound vibration of each of the letters of our mantra is in fact the form of the mantra. So I want to read something to you that was spoken by Gabriela Bernal. She is one of my favorite teachers in the whole Sanskrit mantra journey. You can find her on YouTube, and she has many, many wonderful things to sing to us about, chant to us about, and teach us about. So here's what she says about Sanskrit. Sanskrit is more than a language. What is the purpose of language in our day-to-day lives? The primary purpose of language is for us to communicate with each other. But as humans, we're also constantly thinking in words. Words are sounds, and there is a power in sound. Every single sound has a vibration. What is the power of the vibration of sound? It has the capacity, even scientifically, to change things on an atomic level. So what makes Sanskrit more than just a language? It is that Sanskrit has a system of sound that holds the capacity to change things, both on a psychological level, emotional level, and maybe even on a spiritual level, but also on a physical level. This is because many, many words in the Sanskrit language hold within their sound the ability for us to connect with the essence of that sound, which they are describing. So, in our mantra that we're currently chanting, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Lead me from illusion to truth. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from fear of my own death to my innate knowledge of my immortality, my eternal nature. So, this is because many, many words in the Sanskrit language hold within their sound the ability for us to connect with the essence that sound is describing. So, in chanting this mantra, we're connecting on a very real level to the meaning of these words. We're connecting to our ability to move from illusion to truth, from darkness to light, from fear to knowledge of immortality. So, I wanted to just bring us back to remembering why this mantra, why this practice is so powerful for us, because it can help us to get away from our junk thoughts, to move away from our junk thoughts. It can help us to rise from that darkness that we're feeling. It can be a life jacket for us when we feel like we're just barely treading water. This is where I was at yesterday, just yesterday. I was feeling so consumed by the emotion of all of this. I was barely treading water, and I just returned to my mantra, and it brings me out of the darkness and into the light. So with that, we'll sink into our mantra for the morning. I will turn on our tempura throne. And let's do a little of our facial exercises. I haven't done them the last couple of days. I think as we move through the days of chanting this mantra, it becomes a little easier for our jaw, for our neck. We feel a little easier in the whole practice, whereas at first when we're just learning it, it's a little difficult to sit for the whole practice. So let's just take our fingertips and massage this area at the TMJ, the temporomandibular joint here. And as we're massaging this a little bit, just open the mouth, move the jaw around. You look kind of silly, but that's okay. I can't see you. You can see me looking silly. This helps the jaw to relax so that you can sink into your practice a little bit more comfortably. And then we take our fingertips, and these are our scalene muscles which come into play in chanting and in singing. So let's press in and move up those scalenes and then back down. And just relax these muscles out, which also makes for a more comfortable practice. And then finally, just roll the neck a little. So you can take the ear over to one shoulder and then just roll down. And just roll from side to side in a little half moon. And bring the head back to midline, maybe roll the shoulders for just a moment, just to loosen them a bit too. And now we're ready. You can take your mala beads. Close your eyes for a moment. Press to the crown of your head to make yourself just a little bit taller in your seat. Drop your shoulders away from your ears and let your skin soften. Let your muscles soften. Let your heart soften. Our heart's been pretty busy feeling all these emotions. Time to invite it. Oh, dear friend, my heart. Just relax into this practice. If tears come, that's okay. Just relax into this practice. Take a nice full inhale and release that into an exhale. And one more nice full inhale and exhale. And then we begin. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Asato Mā Sadgamaya Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya Sadgamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sit in the silence of your vibrational sound. So today I leave you with circling back to the thought that it is important that we find that balance in the paradox of the time that we're living in, that balance of hugging, clinging, embracing our spiritual practice, and at the same time acknowledging and allowing ourselves to experience all of our human emotions. They're both equally as important. Thank you for being with me. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I love you.